We're here with Matt Mulholland from Listen to This Bull.
How's it going?
So Matt, he actually out the storm here, so he's gonna share that experience. I think it might have been a little exciting.
It was a little bit. Does it move itself, the camera?
We have a
working
producer.
Producer is so we did. Clearly, I'm a little tired. We got here on Tuesday. We checked out. We scoped out the area before it got here, and we set up some cameras pointing at specific structures so that we could watch wind damage occur. Honestly, to prove that a lot of the carrier-hired engineering firms are wrong about things, and we've gotten 3 different videos that prove individual things commonly taught.
Oh, that's so useful.
And we'll publish those very soon. If you guys want to subscribe, like, or follow all the social media for Listen to This Bull. Listen to This Bull on YouTube, on Facebook, or TikTok, so you can get the video that we'll put out. Basically proves that the teachings from the engineering firms that are hired by carriers are wrong, so that you don't end up having policyholders that get screwed. So, but we rode out the storm. Not very far from here, maybe a quarter of a mile from where we're sitting right now at the hospital right there. We ended up in the Fawcett Hospital's parking garage. We got hit pretty hard. This is probably the worst area. We've been to most of the areas. There's definitely damages in all the places. I think Fort Myers is getting a lot more attention because of the flooding that came through in the boats, and there's a lot of awe to that. But really,
have you guys been out to Fort Myers Beach? Did y'all go out there after?
Yeah.
It looks real bad.
Oh, it's bad.
But it's bad like that all around here too.
Right. So it's really just along that coast. Yeah. So we got out there yesterday. That's really cool. You have a good producer there. You're doing B-roll.
Isn't he good?
As on the fly. Yeah, very impressive. Very impressive. So, but we were out here and we lost signal just before, but we were streaming live up until that point. We had somewhere around 3 million viewers at the time. And then it cut out. We knew it would, and we let everybody know. But since it cut out, we just started taking video. And at some point, we couldn't get the radar. We didn't know that the storm was just sitting on top of us. We just knew it was lasting a hell of a lot longer than it was supposed to. But it sat on us. We rode the eye wall, which has the strongest winds. We rode that for 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
It was insane. So we got a lot of great video of it. The cameras that we had posted out there, they lost battery during that time. So unfortunately, we don't have the full storm on there, but we have the beginning parts of it, which is really what we wanted.
Yeah.
It's the lighter winds that cause damages and that have the most bullshit that's taught. That's why we're called Listen to This Bull. We point out bullshit. So anyway, at some point, the eye finally got to us. We couldn't tell it was the eye, though. It wasn't very clean. We didn't have a clear sky. It was cloudy. It was still drizzling. It was still somewhat windy. So we decided we're going to go for a walk. We would have taken the van, but we were low on gas, and we didn't bring that much with us. We wanted to make sure we'd still get back to the community that still had gas. So we went for a walk, and we got some great photos. And then about half hour in, 45 minutes in, we're like, all right, let's head back. And right when we decided that, the back end of the storm hit.
Oh,
this was a weird storm. The backside was much stronger.
Really?
Normally, the northeast face of this is the strongest face.
Right.
It was calm. It did not feel like a Category 4 or Category 5 or whatever it was. It didn't feel like that. It didn't feel anything like that. I've been through other ones. Side felt like that.
So did you have to run back?
So we could run because we couldn't stand. Yeah, we were being pushed around everywhere, and then suddenly there's debris flying at us again.
Oh my gosh, that's so
roughly
scary.
Half a mile away from that parking lot. We didn't have any radar. We didn't know. We thought it was finally over. You got to understand, we expected this thing to hit us, and the last time we had radar, it was coming through, 25 miles per hour or so. We expected to be in it for about an hour and a half tops. 4 hours into it, and it finally feels like it's calming down. We didn't know we were in the eye because it wasn't clean. And then the backside hit us.
Wow.
Oh, it was rough. So we had debris flying at us, and we had to duck behind a car. We thought there might be a tornado. We had no idea it was the backside of it. At some point, we decided we were going to have to make a run for it. And so we were running, and then every time there was a gust and we couldn't stand, we'd hide behind something. We'd run in giant gusts and hide behind something. And it took us about 15, 20 minutes to get back. right when we got into that garage, it really hit, and it was intense.
We should have had that on video. It sounds
Well,
like a
we do.
movie.
Of course we do. We got a lot of that. We didn't have the running back. We were legitimately afraid.
Yeah.
We didn't have any of that running. But we have the video, and we took some video while hiding behind the car from debris that was flying, and the decision that we made to move. And then as soon as that back wall hit, we got a lot of video of that from different angles
Wow.
from inside the parking garage. It was white out. We couldn't see anything once that back wall hit, and the wind's coming from a different direction.
Right. It all
Because
turned.
it rotates.
Yep.
And so this area, the reason this area got hit so hard is it rode the eye wall for 4 hours and then got hit by the back wall, and it was intense.
Wow.
But are we still live?
Oh, okay.
This area, Florida has really good building code.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so the buildings are, for the most part, intact. It's
That's-
really impressive how well the structures resisted the winds.
That's
They're still
amazing.
damaged, but lives were saved because of the building code. I hope that more states adopt a Florida building code like structure. It's much stricter. It's a high wind zone. It's got the Miami-Dade codes in there. It's much better. But it was such a large storm, even though it didn't have as much devastation as Hurricane Ida did, for example.
Right.
It's
Well,
wider
everything's
amount of
built
damages.
so well.
Yeah.
So I know we talked to people who are trying to build a house in the Keys, and they're complaining about all the building codes and how many how many hoops they have to jump through just to build a house. But in an incident like this, I'm sure that they are probably super thankful, that they had those codes and everything's built so well.
I don't think they're thinking about that, but they will at some point.
Right.
The one thing that I noticed that was an issue, something that needs to be addressed and needs to be really thought about. My mother was really explaining this to me when my family got hit on a beach. We didn't know it was going there, and then we lost signal with them. I wasn't able to call my family for a day and a half.
Oh wow.
But my mom's house is flooded. My own house has some wind damage on it. But what everyone has been telling us is they just didn't have communication. Once the internet went down, all communication was gone because everyone's gotten away from radio.
Yeah.
We need battery-powered radios in people's houses again. We need people to be able to tune in and hear what's going on and count on that information instead of the social media. And I'm part of it. Instead of the social media, instead of the news channels, we're all counting on our phones giving us the information that we need instead of low tech. We need radios in people's houses again. I strongly encourage everyone that is seeing this, go get yourself a battery-powered radio, keep some fresh batteries near it, and just put it to the side. And the next time something like this comes through and the power goes and there's no signal, and you don't know what's going on, you need that so you know when you can evacuate.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah. Well, I think they were evacuating other areas, right? They weren't. They
Yeah.
didn't call to evacuate this area.
The storm was supposed to go to Tampa.
Yeah.
All the models were pointing there. It was
Mhm.
definitely going to hit Tampa, and then it wasn't. And Tampa was evacuated. The beachside was. And I think the beachside here had a optional, but it wasn't a mandatory.
A
All
lot
the
of people
gas
didn't
and everything was gone from the Tampa area. It took us all for a loop. Everything changed, and while it was changing, no one had any information.
Right, because the internet was already down.
It was rough.
That's scary.
We've been doing a lot out here, giving out supplies, batteries. This is Cat 3 water. It's black water. Hurricane water is very dirty, very unsafe. If you cut and any of that water gets on you, it's very easy to get infections.
Yep.
People die after these storms because of this.
Yep.
I also consider this. All these animals, livestock, we eat beef. All these animals are now eating grass that have been contaminated with this water. Are they contaminated? I want to know the answer to that. I don't even know.
The stuff though that's contaminated with it. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
want to be messing with any of
You
that.
It's all bad. But we've been handing out fresh water and supplies, batteries, and
So we're-
hand wipes and what is it called?
Like the hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer.
And we given gas to a few people, but we've had to be a little stingy on that because there's no way
There's
to
no
get
gas. We had an
Never-
issue getting gas on the way
It's
down
hard.
here.
It's hard, and they keep running out as
Yep.
soon as someone opens up. So
So we're posted up down here at the American Legion. I don't have the address, but it will pop up here in just a second. But there are some needs in this area. We've actually had a few elderly people come to us asking for tanks of oxygen. They don't have generators, they don't have fuel, and so they are in need of oxygen tanks. So we're trying to get some supplies here. We also need water, gasoline, propane, ice. I don't remember if there was anything else on that list. I can't see it.
It was ice and tanks of oxygen if you have it more than
Yes.
anything else.
Yep.
They could use more water. The stores are opening up now, but they're selling out of water nearly immediately. We've been going into some of the flooded areas, the trailer parks where the houses are destroyed, and people are still living in these houses because they don't know what else to do. We've been handing out water to those people and different things. One of the things that I've found people need a lot of in the next hurricane, I'm definitely going to get a lot of these battery packs for cell phones.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Enough to just charge at one time would be ideal.
Just to even call
Just so
either
they can say,
emergency
"I'm okay."
services or call someone and
Right.
tell them you're okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to do a lot more of that. But,
That makes sense. We also have a feeding station set up here. We have volunteers from insurancebusters.net. They are here cooking food. USDR is a disaster relief organization. They're also here helping feed people. So if you guys need food, need a hot meal, come on down here to the American Legion. We'll get you fed. We've got all sorts of stuff. They've got meat on the smoker. They've got hamburgers, hot dogs, all kind of things. So if you need to eat, just come on down here. We're at 3152 Harbor Boulevard in Port Charlotte at the American Legion.
yeah, I mean, hot food right now is very important. All right,
Yes.
it's something that makes you feel good again.
Yes.
You know, all these people they feel devastated, and the things that they want more than anything else, other than their necessities. But once they have that, they want a hot shower and they want a hot meal, and a little bit of normalcy. So come on down, get some hot food. I think
Absolutely.
it's great that that's what's going on here. Cool. Is there anything else we need to say?
I think that's it. If you guys are in need of resources, we have on the hurricaneinshow.com, we have a sign up sheet where you can click the link and add to our spreadsheet that we're using to ask people to bring supplies from other areas that have them. So go to hurricaneinshow.com and add to that list if you need to. Also, if there's anything you guys need, you can always comment in the comments, and we'll try to get it taken care of.
Yeah. USDR, the United Survivors Disaster Relief. We're out here providing stuff to the people that really can't get out to places like the American Legion to get things. We're going in. If you guys want to make a donation to the USDR, it is a 501c3, so it would tax deductible. It would be a write-off. But we could definitely use the things to be able to take into a community to hand out as well. So either American Legion, which is, or reach out to us. You can reach me. I'm at Matthews with one T. You know what? I'm not going to give you my email address because I can't check my email.
Just either send a message in Messenger and Facebook Messenger, comment on this, and we can get you
That's a
routed
better
to the
idea.
right place.
Yeah.
Also, if you do want to make a donation to the USDR, you can go to unitedsurvivorsrelief.com, and there's a button that says make a donation. It'll take you directly to their link. So unitedsurvivorsrelief.com. If you guys are other places in the U.S. and you want to help, but you can't get down here, donations are always helpful because they burn resources as quick as they get them. So you guys, thank you so much, and we'll be back here in a bit.
Hey, if you're a public adjuster or contractor that's trying to come down to help with the relief effort, not just get business, but to help the relief effort, please reach out to me. We're going to try to organize a few things.
Thank you, guys.